Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of JPTV. We're your anchors. I'm Anna Voynick.
And I'm Elizabeth Head. Today we will be talking about FCA, the Gnome on campus, and show choir's choreography, as well as updating you on sports and ending with word on the street.
FCA Jackson Prep is kicked off, and the speaker of the week is William Walker. Duncan Matthews took a second to interview a couple of the teachers and students involved in the meeting.
We have Coach Caney here in the NPR. I just want to ask you one question.
Glad to be here.
Coach Caney, what type of impact do you think that FCA has had on this school this year?
Well, I think it's great because it gives young men and women a place where they can go and realize they're not alone. We live in a world where it's not easy to be a Christian anymore. It's not easy to love people like we heard talked about today. And this is a place where we can come in and feel that love. We can talk to one another about the problems we're facing, have a place to open up. And I think it's really helping our students to open up to one another and to grow as Christians and to grow as athletes as well on campus here.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
We are here with Thomas Turner today. Thomas, how are you?
I'm great, Dunk. How are you?
I just have one question for you real quick. As a student perspective, coming in at FCA every week, which this has only been our 4th meeting so far, how has it been and how are you liking it?
I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's very important that we involve especially Christian athletes into a school, and so you can just take a break from schoolwork and not worry about stress or anything and just kind of listen to what everyone has to say about things.
Thank you, Thomas.
Come join FCA next Wednesdays at lunch to listen to Andy Flackard speak.
For many years, Prep has held an ongoing game of Find the Gnome, where students have the challenge to find a hidden ceramic gnome around campus. Whoever finds the gnome wins $20 cash. Seniors Spencer Cole and Anna Voynick interviewed student and faculty members to find out more about the gnome and where it might be.
I'm here with Mr. Hughes, and Mr. Hughes, can you tell us a bit as to how this tradition started of hiding the gnome?
A long time ago, I don't know how long ago, maybe 10 years ago, one of the editors brought in some garden gnomes that they had bought at one of the gardening places. And it was sort of our mascot for a while, and then somebody had the idea to hide it around campus. And then somebody had a bunch of dining cards, like Chick-fil-A cards, and we tossed those in there to be a prize, and it just became a tradition.
It did. And so was there any reason as to why it was a gnome, or was it just coincidence?
That's just what they brought in. If they had brought in a frog, it would be Find the Frog.
All right.
But I like the gnome. He's cute, and he has a little beard, like me.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm with Senior Maria Gama, and today we're going to be asking her about the hidden gnome game. So, Maria, how do you come up with ideas of where to hide the gnome?
I just think of a place like no students really go to. Like last year, it was hidden in the pottery room on like the top shelf, and like no one found it. It was hidden for like 6 months. And so this year, Riley Wells and I were the fun and games editors. And like last week, we just were walking around campus and thinking of a good place to hide it. And I think it's in a really good place, and I hope students will be able to find it, but I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much. The gnome is, the hidden gnome.
Oh, the gnome, I don't know. Morant Conway hid the gnome. She's a pretty good hider of things, so I don't know where the gnome is. Good luck, though.
Where do you think the hidden gnome is on prep?
Definitely, Mr. Kincaid's got it somewhere secret.
All right, thank you.
Nowhere.
So prep has a hidden gnome that's hidden around campus. Where do you think the gnome is?
Behind the dining commons.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm with sophomore Robbie Height. Robbie, where do you think the hidden gnome is on Prep's campus?
Somewhere in the cafeteria, probably.
Okay, you heard it here.
Revion began their practice season this past week in a clinic called April Week. From Saturday to Tuesday, they learned the choreography for their competition show. Rachel Reagan and KK Hegel interviewed Charlie Height, Mont Mitchell, and Trinity Scalia on their opinions of April Week and the start of show choir.
So we are here with Mont Mitchell and Trinity Scalia, who are both seniors, and here are the questions. Mont, since you're in show choir, what's your favorite number that we've learned during April Week?
Ooh, there's a lot of them are my favorites, actually. The opener is going to be very cool. I think the guy's number is going to be my favorite once we finally get it. And then the closure is also very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trinity, have you ever been to a show choir performance?
Yes. I loved Fusion when they did show choir.
Paul Bunyan?
Yes, I did see Paul Bunyan. It was really good. So I'm a big show choir fan.
Are y'all both excited for this upcoming season from a fan and somebody in show choir?
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I've heard a lot of really good things about the show choir number, that it's a little fun, a little feisty, a little saucy this year, so I'm ready to get in there and watch.
Very much so. Y'all come out and support. It's going to be good.
Go show choir.
We'll be right back with sports after this short commercial break.
The Patriot Shop. We got everything. We got sweatshirts. We got athletic shirts. We got sweatpants. We got socks. And we got bags. Has your back ever hurt during the game? We can solve that problem. We have stadium chairs. We got you covered all the way from winter to summer attire. The Patriot Shop. We've got everything.
My name is Coach Turner, and I support the Booster Club. Go Prep.
Join the Booster Club today to help support Jackson Prep Athletics. If you're interested in supporting the Booster Club, call Spiller McLeod at 601-939-8577 or visit www.jacksonprep.net for more information.
Paxton Thompson threw 3 touchdowns to junior Will Upton in their 35-0 win over Copiah Academy. Senior Ethan Williams had a great defensive game with many tackles for loss of yards. Sophomore Lake Womack had a huge run of 65 yards for a touchdown. The Patriots will be taking on MRA tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The MAIS State swim meet was yesterday. The Patriots came in second place under MRA. Varsity girls soccer had a big win against Jackson Academy Tuesday night. Tori Polk scored the first goal and Emma Reeves scored the final goal for the Patriots to win 2-0. Softball lost against Hartfield 9-6. Volleyball came off of 2 big wins last week and was able to carry that momentum into Tuesday night's games against PCA. JV won 2-0 and varsity won 3-0. All 4 teams played against JA again last night, but fell short. We'll be back after this commercial break with Word on the Street.
Here at Jackson Prep, we strive for excellence and greatness. We take pride in our athletes, our program's histories, our facilities, our state championships, and our all sports awards. The Booster Club allows our athletes great benefits. With the Booster Club, we are able to remodel facilities such as the new locker room under the stand or the new women's weight room. We would like you to join the Booster Club today at jacksonprep.org.
Discover your voice.
Discover your creativity.
Discover your opportunity.
And your dream.
Discover your vision.
Your vibe.
Your passion. And your moment to shine.
Join Applause this school year as the Fine Arts program at Jackson Prep leaves a lifelong impression on students' hearts and minds. We would love to grow this legacy with your support and dedication. Join Applause today.
Elena Zouboukos and Kamaya Dillon walked around campus asking students the word on the street about the game tomorrow night.
Hey, I'm Elena Zouboukos and I'm here with Swayze Williams. So, we're going to talk about the game this Friday night against Prep and MRA. So, what's the student section theme going to be this?
It's frat.
It's frat, so what are you going to wear?
I'm going to wear an Ole Miss colored shirt. I don't think I'm going to wear khakis, but we'll see.
Interesting. I'm with the Patriot man, Worth Hewitt. So, Worth, how are you going to hype up the students in the student section this Friday night?
Just got to be loud, make sure everybody's there and everybody's dressed for the theme, and just hope that we score a lot.
How do you think the game's going to go?
I think Prep's going to win in a dogfight, of course.
How are you going to get more students to come to the game?
Well, I'm probably going to announce it over the intercom on Friday before school gets out, and we have an advantage because the game's at Prep. So we think we can get some more students out there. We're going to allow any junior high kids that want to be in there to come to the student section and just be loud.
So, Millie, what are you going to wear Friday night?
I don't know exactly what I'll wear. I'll probably have to go look through some of my dad's clothes and see if there's anything that looks good.
So how do you think the game's going to go?
I think we're going to put up a good fight, but if I'm being honest, I think MRA is going to win.
So, Coach Mays, what do you think the score is going to be?
I think that it's going to be a close game, and we're going to be down in the last second
We're going to throw a long pass to Will Upton, and he's going to run us in for the touchdown, and the final score is going to be 21-17.
Coach Thompson, how are you going to keep the boys focused this week?
Well, it's a big game this week, and the players know that with MRA, crosstown rivalry, and this has been a big game for us. We've played in the state championship against this team several times in the past, so there won't be a whole lot that the coaches have to do to keep the focus for our players on the game. They know that they've got to remain focused. They know we've got to have a good week of practice and get ready for a good football team this week.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of JPTV. We'll catch you next time.